Fans, the 2025 season hasn't even started yet, but it's already bringing intense emotions to those in blue and gold. The Los Angeles Chargers face days of delicate decisions, worrying injuries, and at the same time, exciting discoveries that could redefine the franchise's immediate future. The mood is one of expectation, anxiety, and also hope. After all, between painful losses and emerging new players, Jim Harbaugh's team may be plotting an unforgettable campaign. Let's dive into all the details, and I guarantee every piece of information here could be crucial to understanding how the Chargers will approach the historic duel against the Kansas City Chiefs in Brazil in the season opener. But before we get into this explosive news, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Without further ado, let's get straight to the point. The main concern at the moment within the Los Angeles Chargers is Naji Harris. The running back, who arrived to be a key player in the 2025 offense, is still recovering from an unusual and concerning eye injury caused by fireworks during the offseason. The incident was as unexpected as it was serious, and since then, Harris's routine has become a race against time. Although he has already returned to individual training, performing light activities and being monitored by the medical team, the star remains sidelined from group activity, something that inevitably raises serious questions about his availability in Week 1 of the regular season. According to Daniel Popper, a journalist for The Athletic, Harris's physical progression has been slow, and despite positive signs, it hasn't been enough to guarantee the confidence needed to put him on the field immediately. But it's not just his physical recovery that's a concern. The mental issue weighs even more heavily. Harris needs to adapt to the new offensive scheme implemented by coordinator Greg Roman, and this requires full concentration. Any impairment in his vision can compromise not only his play reading, but also his safety on the field. Given this situation, the Chargers are already considering starting the season by placing Harris on the non-football injury NFI list. This move would open up roster space for another player, but it would be costly. It would mean losing Harris for at least 4 games, at a time when every detail can be crucial to a strong start to the season. In this uncertain scenario, all eyes are on Omarion Hampton, a rookie first-round draft pick. Hampton has shown explosiveness, speed, and a lot of confidence during training camp, catching the attention of both fans and the coaching staff. If Harris is truly unable to play, he will be largely responsible for carrying much of the offensive production on the ground. Still, Greg Roman doesn't intend to place all the responsibility on a single player. The philosophy is clear. The Chargers' backfield will be rotating. Kimani Vidal is emerging as a solid third-down player. Hassan Haskins has been contributing significantly on special teams, and Jarrett Patterson appears to be an alternative to complement the rotation. Furthermore, the board isn't ruling out immediate reinforcements. Nyheim Hines and John Kelly have already been tested in training, and their performance will be closely monitored for a possible signing. The fact is, the Chargers' running game is completely up in the air. Harris has star status, but until he's 100% ready, Los Angeles will need to reinvent itself and exploit every available resource. And as if the backfield weren't enough concern, the search for offensive alternatives also extends to another vital area of the team, the wide receiver group, which is experiencing days of tension and expectation. If the word of the moment in the backfield is uncertainty, the most recent feeling among the receivers has been one of fear and apprehension. In the penultimate preseason game against the Los Angeles Rams, wide receiver Quentin Johnston suffered a concussion in the first few minutes of the game, leaving fans and teammates in shock. The play occurred after a lateral pass from Justin Herbert. While contesting the deflected ball, Johnston was hit hard by safety Tanner Ingle and fell motionless to the SoFi Stadium turf. The scene was shocking, and the entire stadium fell silent as medical personnel rushed to treat the player, who ended up being taken off the field on a cart. Relief only came later. Despite the frightening impact, Johnston didn't require a stretcher and was taken off conscious, being immediately taken for medical evaluation. Shortly thereafter, the Chargers confirmed that the wideout had suffered a concussion, and as a precaution, he was taken to a nearby hospital. The concern is justified. Johnston is a key player in the passing attack. In 2024, the receiver recorded 55 receptions for 711 yards and 8 touchdowns, leading the team. He was a scoring force and solidifying himself as one of Herbert's main weapons. His absence, even if temporary, forced the franchise to seek quick answers. It was precisely in this pressure-packed environment that new options emerged. Rookie Keandre Lambert-Smith took the field and showed personality, securing key receptions for 37 yards. But the real star was an undrafted rookie, responsible for a spectacular 66-yard punt return for a touchdown, a play that galvanized the fans and showed that even in the face of adversity, the Chargers roster has talent ready to take on responsibility, and the good news didn't stop there. Another youngster began to emerge as more than just a rotational piece. Enter Trey Harris, whose performance against the Rams may have marked the beginning of a turning point in his NFL career. After 2 low-key shaky performances in the preseason, during which he barely appeared and even drew questioning from some of the fans, rookie wide receiver Naji Harris exploded in the Chargers' final performance and showed why the coaching staff had been so insistent on giving him opportunities. He had 6 receptions for 85 yards, a huge leap from his previous performance. The absolute highlight was a play in the third quarter, a precise 34-yard pass from Trey Lance that required Harris's utmost skill. He displayed impressive body control, shuffled his feet along the edge of the sideline, and put the Chargers on the edge of the end zone. The play didn't end in a touchdown, but it was enough to lift the crowd, change the mood of the game, and most importantly, transform the rookie's confidence. This moment may have been a turning point in Harris's career. Until then, he had been just another rotational option, but after this performance, he began to be seen as a potential offensive asset. Coach Jim Harbaugh was full of praise after the game. According to him, Harris demonstrated the ability to run short, medium, and long routes, the courage to attack the middle of the field, and a consistency that had been evident in practice, but which now finally showed in front of the cameras and under the pressure of a game. Harris himself acknowledged the importance of the challenge posed by receivers coach Sanjay Lal, who asked for more protagonism from the rookies. It gave us confidence, but above all, it made us accept the challenge. We went out on the field to show we could deliver, the player declared, visibly excited after the game, and he wasn't the only one who shone. Keandre Lambert-Smith, another young target on the roster, reinforced his reputation with 2 receptions for 66 yards, solidifying a very promising preseason. For Harbaugh, the duo demonstrated not only talent, but also courage, an essential factor in a department that temporarily lost its star player with Quentin Johnston's injury. Thus, the Chargers' offensive landscape is beginning to take on new contours. With Johnston still recovering and Naji Harris still a doubt in the backfield, the rookies are increasingly taking up space and could surprise. The mix of apprehension and excitement is inevitable. On one hand, the concern over the absence of key players. On the other, the chance to see young talent emerge and perhaps change the course of the season. Now, the big question is, how will the Chargers balance experience and youth, deal with injuries, and at the same time, get the most out of their rookies? The debut against the Kansas City Chiefs in Brazil is fast approaching, and every practice, every recovery, and every preseason play could be decisive. One thing is certain, the Chargers' 2025 season will be anything but predictable, and that's precisely why fans can't take their eyes off the team. If you love the Bolts as much as I do, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to comment below. What can we expect from the Chargers rookies this season?